What's up, people? Welcome back to another explanation video. This time, I'm gonna explain records, specifically R codes, how R code works in this game. Oof, this is gonna be such a complex topic to go over. Myself, I'm not even like 100% sure what the R codes completely do in this game, but I do know quite a bit about it. I'm gonna go over as much as I can, and then explain as close as I can. Hopefully it'll help. And yeah, let's get to it, shall we? Okay, let's get to it, shall we? Now, Persona and Anima, you just need to do 100% with the NPC heart to heart, and then you'll get their Persona and Anima. And it's really good to get some bonuses from them. Other than that, yeah, it's pretty straightforward. There's not much to explain. So let's get to the Arco, shall we? Okay, now we're gonna get to the real deal here. Like the Arcos, what do they do? And how do you supposed to use them, and what's they're for? Now, that is a really difficult questions to answer, because Arco is really complex in this game, and it doesn't work like the way it's supposed to work. If you think, for example, if you have a certain Arcos, the AI will use whatever they recorded in, or they will use certain skills as well, like whatever it is, like a buff, a skill, or whatever you can think of, as long as they record it. And if you have a matching condition, for example, reduce damage taken, like the enemy is attacking you, if there's a certain buff, sword skills that matches the requirement, they will record it. In this case, I don't have any, because I don't really have any sword skill or buff that does that, and obviously it won't record. Other than that, yeah, it's just like read the title, it will tell you pretty much what's the whole Arco's about, and what it does. Now let's get to a specific details real quick. I'm just gonna pick something. For example, this is a galvanized. So I can here's some options you can do. Grayed out means they won't use it if you gray it out. If you lock them, and grayed out, then most likely won't use it. However, sometimes they still do. I don't think they will, but sometimes they still do. If you remove the segment, which means just remove this Arco. Now, the usage rate is a 0. Keep in mind that some characters use it even if it's 0, which doesn't make any sense. Obviously, you want the highest usage as possible if you want the AI to use the Arco. I think the max is 100. Most of the time, I would have a 99 if it's not 100. Now, the distance that would pretty much tells you where or when they will use it, and it'll tell you this is what type of skill it does. It's pretty interesting the way they set up in this game. There's a lot of optimization to do. I'm not a mastery of optimizing the Arcos, but I do know that what are good Arcos and what are bad Arcos, and then how you guys gonna use it specifically. Now, I'll go over that in a bit. Okay, so if you want to record a new Arco, you have to select record new, and then just select an Arco that you want and which specific type you like, and then what it does. And now, for example, if I want my Liz to be a tank, I will select something like either healing or damage taken or stuff, and I would just give them buffs from the Arcos. I mean, not Arcos, the skill tree and stuff, where it says anything has to do with reduced damage, like buffs and stuff. Now, some of the Arcos can have sacred art, the sacred art, so you can charge them in the Arco as well. So the AI will charge the sacred art for you guys. So for example, if I want a power up ally or something, I can make my ally. I can make my Liz uses accelerator, the Win 3, so she'll charge it for me. But you have to let her do quite a bit, the usage and stuff. So you have to record, then you have to let them use it, then they will have to use it multiple times. Like once the usage goes up, but the recommendations are like the highest usages possible for them to like repeatedly use it. But sometimes they won't. They will still use it even if it's a low usage rate. Another thing is that you see these numbers here, 1, 2, and 3, 4. What you can do is you can prioritize which one goes first. So for example, if I want to prioritize like the chain opportunity, I'm gonna swap. So it'll tell you which one you want to go. Obviously, like if you want them to prioritize a certain skill, a certain article, then you want to put them in the number 1 or number 2 or whatever. The least amount just go to the bottom. I don't know if it's necessary, but I think it does. If you want them to prioritize certain like if you want them to use certain like skills or something, yeah, you definitely want to prioritize them as well. Now the other thing is lock and unlock. Now this is, you can lock the skill and don't lock the skill. What it does is literally just like tell the AI to use it or don't use it. Basically, it's really not. It doesn't really work that way, to be honest. Even if I lock the skill, it still don't. It doesn't stop the AI from using nothing. So the only way to stop them is well, I don't have anything there, so the only way to stop them, like I said, you have to grade them out. You have to grade out, and then you can put a lock on as well. Lock doesn't mean they won't stop using, but like yeah, just grade it out and it should be fine. That's what it's for. Like if you don't lock the skill, sometimes the AI will just keep spamming the skill quite a bit. So I normally just lock all my skills, and it will be much better. Like even though they will still use it, but they're not going to use it as like often, or if they will use it at all. Okay, now let's talk about customize. Now customize is pretty much the same as changing its text, like what do you want the AI to do with the R codes. Like in this case, enemy is in chain state, which means the AI will most likely use certain skill when you're in a chain state. Now if you want to change it to hazard, the AI probably most likely will use it when it's hazard. So like whatever it says on the text, that's what is gonna happen whenever that happens. Whenever the enemy is in like hazard, the chain can be broken, like fatal down. Like whenever. So this is pretty straightforward. It's just usually just the text, and then just like it will tell you what is gonna happen when that particular situation happens. Okay, now I'm gonna go over my R codes, so I can give you guys like better, explanations. So why I use it and why I chose it, and yeah, let's see how that works. Now, first thing first, the reason why I chose for the never miss a chain opportunity is because I need the AI to attack while it's in chain statements. Because believe it or not, most of the AIs, like you would definitely want them to use never miss a chain opportunities. It can be a sword skill, or it can be like certain attack. So now this I downloaded from online. Most of these articles I downloaded like from friends or online. I can't check them unless I'm in the storage. I will do that in a bit. Now if you customize some of the article, you can replace the same one for 5 different spots. So like you can put like one article for all 5, and then you have to worry about the AIs recording different articles and different stuff. It is pretty useful because I don't want the AI to record certain article. I'm just gonna fill it with all the same ones, and it's really simple. Now if I swap to my AI while I'm buffing and stuff, like during a chain or something, my AI most likely will use the sword skills and stuff. Now let's talk about the debuff. Like the debuff skills are really useful for the articles. Now my Riona is set up for Wit's End, but she'll use the other like debuffs like Curse the Weak, or Black Chain of Discord, Child Chaos, etc. She'll use that, and it's really helpful sometimes. in the middle of the boss fight. And now the sword skills in debuffs includes like Shadow Stitch and other stuff. So the AI will use it automatically. I don't have to tell them to do it. Like the best part about these like skills in the R codes, they will do it themselves. That's why the usage like 99 to 100 is really useful. Like the AI will spam it. You don't have to manually tell them to do it anymore. So this is what like the other thing the R code is for. You don't have to tell them what to do, and they will do it by themselves. Now, like I have all my debuffers set up as for the slow for the debuffs, then they will just keep spamming it. I don't have to like worry too much. Like my R code is pretty simple. I just wanted to set up debuffs mainly. That's it. It's nothing else for my AI. It's like the rapier and dagger. They're debuffs. Now for me, I don't know what I'm supposed to use anyway. I just give them like, I just give myself like, basically just chain. So that way it doesn't record anything else. I don't want to use buff. That would be bad because my AI would when I'm not controlling her, she'll use it. Then that's really bad because I don't want to get overbuffed or other stuff. So like the best choices for me is like never miss chain opportunity. That's why you'll see if I'm doing any of these like weapons, I will have chain stay. So that's a lot better. You could use other stuff, but I just don't like to get overbuffed. That's all. Other than that, it's pretty straightforward. Now these R codes, you can get them from like online, like the network. For example, actually I'm already in the storage. I might as well show some of the R codes that I download online. What do they do, and yeah, what's the purpose? Now, if you look at it, if you download R codes from online stuff, some people that will have a lot of stuff. Then, like for me, I just want to find some simple ones, if I can find one. Okay, so this one contains two skills. Now, Nova Ascension, just Nova Ascension. Basically, the AI will just use Nova Ascension. Believe it or not, Nova Ascension is a debuff skill. It will drop their defense down, just same as Tri-Pierce. So this is a good example where you can just download online. You want the usage as high as possible, which is like usually around 99 and 100 if you can. Now you can just find to find these. You just have to search it up, like find network, search R code. Now it will tell you which type of character. Now some characters use the same type of weapon, so it doesn't make that much differences, but you want to look for a specific R code that you want to use. In my case, I want them to do debuff. I want them to do chain instead. So I just look for whatever character using the weapon and then see if they have it. But most of the R codes that's online, they have it, so you don't have to worry too much. And then the once you search, like it will pop up like a kind of like an entire list. Like you'll find whatever you're looking for, and then hopefully they will have the one you're looking for. But other than that, it's pretty straightforward. Just to find the R code that you want online and download it, and then you'll have it in your storage. Then you can equip on your AIs. Sometimes they still use like certain skills, and which is not even in the R code, so it's a little bit buggy. So that's why I say, you know, the R code doesn't do exactly what it says on there, so just be aware of that. But majority of the time they will use whatever is in the R code if it said it right. Like for my Asuna, I just have it for quadruple pain, where she will just literally use nothing but quadruple pain. Or Spec Caliber if I want my Asuna to do slow, which in this case it will be double slow, and she will literally just use quadruple pain and maybe other sword skills, just maybe. But yeah, other than that, just set your AIs up to tell them what you want to do and find that R code online. Now you see these R code that's online, it's locked. You can unlock it, but it doesn't matter though. Like lock and unlock, I don't see no differences, to be honest. And other than that, you don't have to worry too much about like whether if AI do stuff or don't do stuff. But most likely they will do stuff if you have the certain R code you want to tell them to do. Like, however, if the AI records new source skills into the art code, you will not be able to look at it, because if you download it from somebody, you can't look at it. The only way to reset it is delete it and then go to your storage and put it back on. So you don't have to worry too much. Like the whatever's recorded here, it won't go to the storage. Like the storage is the original. You just, if the AI start using random markers, like for example, if I want my AI to charge like Win 3 and they start using debuffs because they recorded some stuff in, I just delete that article and go to my storage and replace it back, and then they will go back to the original articles. Now, just keep in mind that if you want the AI to not use certain articles, it's best to just best to like lock it instead of delete it if you can. If it's not from the what's it called? If it's not from the online, you don't have to like do anything about it, because you can't really do anything about it. So if you do record your own art code, just you have to remove segment by segment. It's better to do it that way. You don't want to delete the entire thing. There's not like really necessary for it. In this case, I want to edit some art code myself, but I can't edit it because like if once you download from somebody, you can't do that. And if you want to make your own art code, feel free to, but like the best options are just download it from online, because most people already have the art codes, whatever you need. And in my case, it's all chain debuff, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Because like the best art codes are for me, for like DPS and stuff, it's debuff. Never miss a chain opportunity. Like debuff skill will use not just like buffs, also source skill as well. Just keep in mind that its source skill also have, debuffs, not just like combat skill. Alright, I think that should do it. I don't know how to help you guys make it specifically in Arco, but like I just explained what I could, like what I use. Hopefully that will make sense, because Arco is way too complex in this game. Like there is no way to like really explain it. There's no like right answer. So it's just like it's just too much to explain. Like Arco's, it makes like no sense sometimes in this game. So well, I hope you guys enjoy it. Like if you got more questions, go ahead and ask in the comment section, because like this is really difficult topic to cover, and I don't even know like most of the stuff in the article and stuff, but I do know like well enough, and most of the things that I use and then how it works. I mean, I got a general idea like how the article system works in this game now, but like the specific like how to make certain thing works, that is still remain. Like to edit your article like on your own articles and stuff, I know how to do that. It just takes like a lot of time, keep repeating, let the AI to use it, and then you edit it yourself. So that's different. But my recommendations are go online and download one and then use it, and find the simple ones, like mine, just simple. You don't need like 30 plus article source skills in one article. That's not necessary. It doesn't mean like the more you have the better. Sometimes the better is with less. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it. Until next time.